Well, hello again, YouTubers. Bit of an update here for you on the Coyote project. I've been working on it now for about 3 months, and you can see things have changed a little bit. Biggest of which is I started to do all the major cuts for the body. Well, did the one on the nose, and on the next is obviously going to be cutting in the headlights and cutting in the scoop. That piece sitting up there vertically, that was cut off actually before I got the car, but that was to help support it on the Volkswagen chassis, but obviously I'm not going that way. Here is the rocker panel with the mark on it where it possibly is going to get cut. I got to do some more measurements on it, and I'll see where it is, but that's about how much I'm going to have to cut off to get it to sit right on the way the body is sitting on the chassis, because the big change is on the Porsche that I showed you last time for the donor car. Yeah, I've been busy. That the whole front clip and the doors, they just basically unbolted and came off. The rear quarters actually had to be cut off because of all the spot welds and everything. I cut left the steel rockers on it, like I said I was going to, and mechanically the car is still sound. That car will right now start up and drive. It just has the cockpit just sitting on it. As you can see, it's sitting right sitting right on the roll bars. Front of the body is sitting right on the dash. I'm still doing cuts on the fiberglass to get it to sit down and to get it to look better. And I'll figure out what to do to do all the finish work once I actually have the car mounted to the chassis permanently. But as you can see, mechanically everything will fit, will work. Where the back end of the car is, I will probably still be able to keep the original trunk. So when I go to a car show, I will be able to still take my bag chairs and my cooler with me. So a little trimming needs to be done yet on the rear wheel wells, and just cleaning up a lot of the other cuts that I had to make. The air intakes for the engine right there are going to line up just about perfectly with the scoops on the rocker panels of the Coyote. I may have to get a tube and then bring them down a couple of inches, but anyway, that will be the scoops on the side of the Coyote will be the actual air intakes for the engine, which is kind of cool. Anyway, so that's where it is now. Give me a couple more months and I'll have this thing looking like a full car. And if you're wondering, here's what it looks like from the driver's seat. So, not too bad. Not too bad as far as headroom goes, not too bad as far as visibility goes. Oh, you see the vents over here. They line up just about perfectly with the stock vents that I have. So I'm going to, once I finish everything, bring just the like a tube or ducting or something like that. So the little round vents are going to be my functional air conditioning vents. So the only thing that I got to do now is figure out where the firewall piece, which is basically going to be like a 3.5-inch spacer, is going to sit in front of that to where it's going to sit, and I may have to relocate the battery, and that there's just a amplifier for the radio, so that'll go away. Anyway, that's where it is now. Much more test fitting and cutting and everything else is needed. So, oh, the other thing I may have to do once I fit the nose is to go from the Boxster's dual radiator setup to a singular central radiator, which means I'd have to cut a hole in the front of the chassis there, which I can do, and I just have to get a radiator that's got two ins and two outs, probably a triple core aluminum setup, race car style radiator. But anyway, those two little round holes in the front of the car, those are basically the ends of the frame rails. So I could do just about whatever I want in between those, and that's the structural member to the front of the car. So anyway, I'll update you when I do more stuff. Later on.